A home, it isn't built all at once, it's built little by little. A beautiful lamp, a favorite dish, something growing in the garden that you really love, a recipe saved for later. The small things, they don't seem like much on their own, but over time, they become the story of your own home. So today it's raining and I'm spending the morning enjoying the garden, waiting for the sun to come out, because when it does, I'm headed off to do one of my most favorite things. Let's go thrifting. Cheers, my thrifting friends. Well, it's a beautiful, spectacular summer day. Gorgeous out here. I'm actually at the Goodwill in Enfield. I haven't been here for about a month. Ooh, don't listen. There's loud music playing here. There's a wooden tap with loud music. Anyway, yeah, I'm hoping to find like some warm and inviting home decor, something really, yeah, warm and inviting, something like that, something classic. But who knows? Enfield just had their big town-wide tag sale, so hopefully they've got a lot of new things and we find some really great stuff. Well, of course, because I'm looking for something warm and inviting, these 3 hearts in a frame instantly caught my eye. I thought they were so charming, so sweet. Definitely was in the vibe of today. The beach is my happy place, as you know. Interesting. So yeah, I'm starting off in the artwork. I don't know why I got drawn down here, but I will tell you this much. I picked up these 2 prints, totally worth me heading right to the art. They were $5.99 a piece. I think I'm grabbing these for my boutique, although I do love them very much. Very popular right now. I have sold out of all of my summer decor. I considered this. It does look like an original watercolor, and it looks like it was very nicely done. It's a very beautiful piece. It was only $7.99, so I'm going to think about this one. Ooh, I love pink glass. As you guys know, I do collect pink glass. Something about, okay, wait a second, I'm getting distracted. Oh, these are all these state plates. Okay, or yeah, destination plates. I gotta look at that in a minute. But yeah, pink plates, pink glass. I do collect it, but something about these tells me they're not that old. I don't know why, but they look a little bit more modern. There's something about the pink color in the older pieces that, I don't know, they're $3.99 each. I don't feel they're old, so I put them back. This is so cheerful, so warm and inviting. I would love to have, look at that, hand painted, very nice. I would love to have this set just for fall, just to set my table just in the fall time. I think that would be so cheerful. I really, really love them. I don't think I can afford the whole set though. If it was sold as a set for under 20, I would have totally grabbed it, but I think it would have been more than that sold individually. All right, back to these plates. These are all like state plates. I have my heart set on finding a Connecticut plate. I already have like a Cape Cod plate. I have a Maine plate, which we vacation a lot in Maine, so that means a lot to me. But okay, I'm getting distracted again. Today was a very distracted shopping day for me, which is a good thing. I think that helps you relax when you're shopping and just let your eyes go where they go. Okay, this is definitely a collector item. They have it priced for that though, unfortunately. But yeah, these are made in England. I love this pattern. I have seen this pattern. This is the most I've ever seen of the pieces. It's just really missing the cups. It's got the dinner plates, the salad plates, the little dessert bowls. Yeah, they had quite a few pieces of this pattern if you like that. And I love blue and white. These are so warm and charming. I think these are super cottagecore. This is either going to be made in Italy or made in Portugal. I can always spot this stuff, and I love this stuff. Again, I think it's very cheerful. It had a chip up here though, so I'm going to leave it no matter what. These pieces have to be perfect for you to resell them, but made in Italy. I knew it. My eye doesn't ever fail me on these kind. I just love their hand-painted pieces. Oh, more plate pieces. Somebody must have donated their entire collection. Indiana. That's a collectible one. North Carolina. Huh. I can't. Rhode Island. We're getting close, you guys. Getting close. I do love Rhode Island. Montreal. That's Canada, obviously. Ohio. Wow, they had a lot of good plates. Vermont. Ooh, getting really close. I was tempted for the Vermont one, but I don't really go to Vermont very often. Sometime in the fall we do. Another Montreal plate. We go leaf peeping in the fall. All right, this lusterware is, it is collectible. I don't collect it. I've never been drawn to it. But if you are a collector of lusterware, they had quite the little collection there. These cat bowls were so cute. At first I thought they looked like pet feeding bowls. Look at the tail. Oh my goodness, that is so sweet. They're vintage Nantucket. There's a lot of Nantucket things out there that are vintage now. I always look for handmade pottery. This one I didn't like the top of it. I wish it didn't have that design. I wish they had just done a plain glaze on top. So I left it. Okay, on this one, it's not so much the picture, although I do think the still life print is nice. It was the frame. Ooh-wee, this frame was so pretty. I loved it. I was thinking in my head, if this is under 10, no, $24.99. I mean, what am I thinking? Of course it's going to be $24.99. But in my head, I was like, if this is under $10, I'm going to grab it just for the frame. But at $25, I left it. These lamps are stunning, beautiful, one of a kind. I've never seen anything like these with the bird. They're very Asian inspired to me, and I thought these prices were actually very reasonable at $20 each. I've seen these go for way more, especially with the wood accents in antique malls. Oh my God, I love that sewing machine. I've been on the hunt for a black sewing machine vintage. I have my heart set on that. I don't know if I'm going to find one. This almost, if this had been black, I would have 100% considered it. It's very Art Deco. Looks like it's from the 30s or the 40s. And it's a Singer. But I don't know. I just want a black one. I don't want this industrial metal color. And I don't want to paint anything. But $14 was a steal for this beautiful Art Deco looking sewing machine. I loved it. Okay, I was looking to see if this was Le Creuset. They're very famous for making these countertop like water butter jars. And it was only $3.99, but when I turned it over, I didn't catch it on film, but there was no Le Creuset mark. All right, this was a great little table, just the right price, $7.99 for refinishing. I don't know if you can picture it with me, but I would totally do this as probably a black base and maybe a natural top there, but I love it. I would have totally picked this up. This really surprised me. This $19.99, I figured this was a secretary desk. No, this is a vintage stereo, vintage record player. This is a really hot item right now if you do sell vintage. These vintage audio equipment, either record players, stereos, are very, very popular. I'm surprised it was only $19.99. Somebody got a great deal on this. Wow, isn't it beautiful? This is when music was part of your everyday life. It was furniture in your house. Yeah, I still can't get over it. I keep opening it. There's a place where you put your albums. I just really love, brought back a lot of memories. We had one in our house growing up. This is the kind of pottery I'm definitely looking for. I love it. Very summer, very seashore. Beautiful hobbyist piece, $5.99, perfect price. I'm going to take that. Also, this piece of pottery, amazing. It was only $1.99. Another hobbyist piece, very nicely done. I love the leaf implant and I love the wash of color. Perfect. Oh my God, it's a thrifting angel. It's a thrifting angel. I truly felt that when I was in the store. Like, yes, I don't care what you cost. You're coming home with me. Okay, $7.99. I will pay that for my thrifting angel. I immediately felt drawn to this. I know it's just an object, but it really, I don't know, it struck me. I grabbed it immediately. What are these? I see these from time to time. They're like a pottery. I don't know what this is. Is this like a pottery rendition of a knife sheath or something? I don't know what that is. Somebody tell me in the comments, what is that? Beautiful prints. These are brand new in the packaging. Mind you, 1999, you're not going to find prints like that brand new anymore. This must be like 5 or 6 years old, probably pre-COVID. These things cost about $49 now in Target or Home Goods or something like that. They don't sell these double packs for that anymore. I grabbed them for resale in my store. This was so cheerful, so welcoming. If this was your theme on your patio, a mixed drink theme, this was your perfect pillow. I love this print. I think this was vintage. I don't know. The frame wasn't vintage. Maybe it was a wannabe vintage with just like a modern, simple frame. But I was definitely drawn to the map. I love this old world look with a little ship on it. Look at that. And I really thought $11.99 was a very reasonable price for this. It was nicely framed. I really love it. And I got to be honest with you, I don't know why I didn't take it. I mean, I filmed it and then I put it back down and then I walked away. I got distracted. I was looking at books and I never put it in my cart. All right, this vintage bedspread caught my eye. My mom had one of these bedspreads on her bed for so many years when we were growing up. It had this ball fringe on it. I'm wondering, yeah, okay, there you go. I'm wondering if some of this ball fringe might be missing because I didn't see it along the whole edge, but that's exactly what my mom had on her bed when we were growing up. All right, somebody donated an entire collection of beer steins, so I'm just looking for anything that might be worth something. I love these salt glaze ones. $3.99 is a really good deal, but only if they're plain. Yeah, when they have a logo on them, I don't usually pick them up, but if they're plain or they have like a flow blue design on them. Like this is cute. I love the dog, but this is awfully small. Okay, that makes sense. It's an Avon thing. That makes sense. This one, I really like the Old English scene. Okay, Sadler, made in England, the wheat sheaf. Yeah, this is definitely the one I would pick up. So this is a beautiful made in England little beer mug or an extra big coffee mug. See, again, the salt glaze is nice, but I don't like the branding. And then these are just modern, like Miller, Anheuser-Busch type stuff. So I would have gone for the English one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, I'm going to look in their boutique case before I go. And they had 2 pieces of glass in there that were overpriced, but they were very pretty. I think my guess would be they're either Indiana Glass or L.E. Smith. This is the one that I really liked. This one's probably L.E. Smith. And again, they wanted the $40, but this one was very tall. And I love the top of it, like a swung vase type look. I think they were beautiful. They were a lovely statement piece. A little too high price though, but lovely. Oh my goodness, the Goodwill was definitely giving. I got some really nice stuff. I'm barely holding it all in my bag here. I actually had to pick up, excuse me, well, I didn't have to, but I picked up a really sweet little blouse. I'll show you guys too, because I have to wrap this big ginger jar I got. You guys, it's stunning. Stunning. Oh well, Thrifting Angels were good to me. Let me get it all in the car home so I can show you what I got. So I didn't get a ton of things when I went shopping at the Goodwill, but the stuff that I got, I absolutely love. And when I saw this huge blue and white kind of decor urn, I'm like, yes, I have to have this. And it was only $14.99, you guys. And they had just wheeled it out. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get any footage of it because this was something that was on a cart that the the guy that works there, had just wheeled out, and I literally just walked behind him. And then he stopped, and I tapped him on the shoulder. I said, "Can I have that blue vase?" I didn't even look at the price. He's like, "Yeah, sure." And he like picked it up for me, and I put it right in my cart. But it was only $14.99. So when I saw this, I figured I want to do I want to reset my table. I want to do a new place setting. Let me see. This didn't have. It's not old or anything. This is probably the tag from wherever it was sold new. It's probably like a Home Goods thing, but I still love it. It's still totally my style. And things don't have to be, you know, precious and vintage for it to be totally cool to collect. And I got these two table runners. I got this one and I got this one. I'm not quite sure which one is going to go better. I feel like this one is going to go better. So I'm going to go ahead and put together my table. This one I have a use for. I'm going to show you where I'm going to put it on a console table that I have the rest of my blue and white collection. And I did grab these napkins. These were $1. So I'm going to open these up. I'm going to use these. And the other thing that I grabbed was at the Goodwill, but it was not this shopping trip. It was a different shopping trip and a different Goodwill. It was at the, what if you guys watch me, it's called the Slasher Goodwill, because they just red marker all of their porcelain stuff. It's crazy. And as soon as I got home, I wiped them down with those Clorox disinfectant wipes, and that seemed to cut through the grease pencil, and it all came off, and then I washed everything. But I found this gorgeous, feels like it's Asian inspired to me. It's got like some birds there and all these flowers and more birds. It almost looks like blue willow, but it's not. It's definitely not blue willow. And it's got a really beautiful like border. And look at the backside. It even has these beautiful blue flowers on the backside. This is the back stamp for it right there. That's the back stamp. So whatever I find for this, I'll stick up on the screen. I literally have not even looked these up yet because I got these after. So I went shopping like a couple days ago. And then yesterday I was out running errands and I popped into my neighborhood Red/Goodwill and found these. Now these were $1.99 each. They don't put prices on their stuff. They just slash them by the color. So each large plate was $1.99. So I got 4. So that would be $8. And then all their small plates and bowls are 99 cents each. So I paid another 4. See, here's the red. Oh, one got by me. I got to try to get that off. See? Oh, I didn't, see, this won't come off with soap and water because I wiped them all down with the Clorox, and then I didn't put them in the dishwasher. I wiped them down with soap and water, and that did not come off. So I'm going to have to re-wipe these. Anyway, I got 4 of these bowls and 4 of the salad plates. They also have the blue design on the back. I think these are so, so beautiful. So I think it's going to go really perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and set my table and yeah, start living with these things because they're so beautiful. All right, so I changed my mind. I think what I'm going to end up doing is layering these 2 table runners. I think they look really good layered because one is smaller than the other one and my table is so long. So I'm going to layer these. I think it's going to look a lot better. Yeah, that looks perfect. I'm going to use these 2 candlesticks. I actually thrifted these maybe 3 or 4 videos ago, and they're new. They're a home goods item, but that's okay. Again, you know, thrift what you love. I thrift new stuff, old stuff, whatever's beautiful. And I'm going to use these, this table setting. I think the white kind of breaks up all the blue, and I've got some blue candles, and I think they're going to look really pretty. So let's put them on. Also, here's a little trick for you if you're putting candles in candlestick holders, and they might not, they're wiggling around or they're not fitting tight. I always just use a little bit of tin foil, and that works perfect. Then they don't move around. It's just, yeah, I just use like a little piece like this. I kind of just make it into like a circle, and then put the bottom of it in there, and then usually that takes up all the extra space. Yeah, that's perfect. Love it. So I just went out in the yard and I picked a couple of little flowers, nothing special, just whatever you have right outside my back door. This is what I had. So the reason is because on each end of the table, I want to use these blue willow pitchers and just make a little flower arrangement in it. I think that would look really pretty. So let me do that. Well, here's how my table came out. I think it looks really pretty. What do you think? I just absolutely love this huge jar, whether it be new or vintage or whatever, it doesn't matter. I think it looks so beautiful. I'm so grateful to have found these things. I think the 2 table runners look great layered, and this set that I found, just totally random, stopped in, I was grocery shopping, and the Goodwill is right next door, and I found these gorgeous things. So, and I love the little napkins. I picked up the whole thing. It just makes me so happy. It's a great little summer theme I got going on here, and yeah, I think it looks really sweet. I did pick up these 2 plates as well when I was there. Let me show you first the one I haven't found a spot for yet. It's like a Asian, again, inspired type thing. I really love this look. This was the back stamp and the price. I love putting these just on stands, you know, like this kind of, obviously you guys all use these kind of plate stands, just like anywhere. I mean, literally anywhere, like your fireplace, hearth, or inside a cabinet, or just like on a console table, like what's behind me. But I just haven't figured out where to put it yet. I love it. It's got a lot of different colors in it. So I will figure out a place for this. But the one that my heart, I am in love with this. Look at this. I love this. I want a whole set of this. It's so beautiful. Look at the urn. Oh my God, I love this. This was $3.99. And this is the back stamp. And I'm gonna torture myself and look for it online. I'm sure it's gonna be way more than $3.99 for every plate, but this is what I've been looking for. This is the one color I don't have in China that I would love to have. This bluish greenish color. I don't want that that like yellowish greenish color. I want this color green. This was perfect. I can't believe there was just one plate, but that's okay. I'm gonna put it on the stand right behind me. I think it's gonna look really pretty right here. So for now, I'm just gonna have it out right here because I love it so much. I love the design of it. I love the color of it. I'm gonna take this away. It makes me so happy. I wish I had a whole bunch of it. And I'm gonna research it a little more online and look, and I'm sure I'm not gonna be able to afford whatever people get for this stuff on Etsy, but I love the way it looks. I did also pick up 2 matching stick lamps. So they had these blue fabric shades with the little beads on them. I love it. And I really like the kind of French white look of the base of these. They were $5.99 each, and that included the shade. They were sold as a set. That's what the base looks like. I do like that a lot. I like that a lot. And they're really, really tall. But we're standing here because I only found a spot for one of them right here in the corner of my kitchen. It's kind of a dark corner. It's my coffee corner. And that's the perfect light because anything too low, it gets in the way of, you know, you using these canisters and making coffee and stuff. So yeah, I put it right here in the corner. These are the oil and vinegar bottles that I got last video. A lot of you guys love these. I love them too. And this right here is, I have a whole set of these. I actually use this to keep my powdered milk in. It's a way to get extra calcium when you're over 60 like me. I just put it in my coffee and my tea. And yeah, I think that looks really pretty there. So I'll find another spot for this, but for now I put one of them right back there. So we're outside now because you guys saw me grab this beautiful angel. She was really high up on one of their racks. She was on the highest level looking down at me, and I had to have her. I think she's really beautiful. So the moment I grabbed her, I immediately knew that I was going to be putting her outside in my garden. So I set up a little spot for her right down here. So let me show you what she looks like in my garden. All right, and then the last few items I have to show you are things I'm going to bring into the store, except for this blouse. You guys said you wanted to see more of the clothes when I pick out clothes. So I found this. It was new with tags. It had the Old Navy tag still on it. Had the Old Navy tag still on it, and it was $7.19 at the Enfield Goodwill, not my local thrift. I shouldn't say that. The Enfield Goodwill, because I was shopping that day. This is what I grabbed. It's pretty. I like these tops that have a lot of embroidery on them. This is definitely embroidery. It's not screen printed. It's stitched on. And I love that look. I think it's really pretty. So anyway, I did get this blouse, and you guys saw me grab this pottery. It was $5.99, and I picked it up because of the beautiful bluish grayish color. It's meant to have a candle inside, and pottery sells really well in my store, especially something very summery with this cutout dragonfly and flowers. So I grabbed that for the store for $5.99. And then on the shelf right next to it was this one for $1.99. I think that's an awesome deal for this. Another piece of studio pottery. I really like the way they have the embossed, like it's a big embossed leaf. I don't know if you can see the detail on that because it's such a light color, but that's a really popular design. I've sold quite a few pieces of pottery that have an embossed leaf on them. So I know I'm gonna, at $1.99, I definitely know I'm gonna do well with those. And then I found this beautiful framed art seashell set. These were $5.99 each. This one's still new in the packaging. This one looks like it was taken out of the packaging, but that's okay. And I know it seems like I should be keeping these because they're very seashore, but I'm gonna bring them to the store. I don't really care for like shell prints. I really like the seashore with like the ocean more, but I think these are lovely. I think these would be perfect for somebody's bathroom. So I'm sure someone's going to grab these. They're beautiful. They're modern. They were done very nicely. I love the colors on them. So yeah, these I'm sure are going to do really well. And then the last thing I picked up for the store, I'm super tempted to keep it because I love it so much. Hi, Nina. You're such a good girl. All right, is this boxed set of 2 prints. So this is the picture of the prints that's in there. This one I think is that one, but there's 2 of them in there. So it's like a boxed set of birds, which birds, you cannot go wrong. Any kind of bird motif, whether it's framed art, you know, figurines, anything bird related, it always does really well. It's a universal theme that a lot of people really love, including me. So yep, this was a box set. I really love it. I picked it up for $9.99 right there. And it says the original price was $19.99, but I think this might be a few years old because anywhere you go now that sells these box sets like this, which would be like Target or Home Goods or something like that, they're not $19.99 anymore. I haven't seen anything under $30. They're usually like $29.99 or $34.99. So this was probably a few years old. Maybe it's something somebody never used or got it as a gift. But yeah, I'm going to bring it to the store and put it for sale. And I'm sure someone's going to grab it because birds are super popular. We are out here ready to harvest the first thing of the 2026 garden season, and John's ready to do it. What are we gonna do?
It's the time of year for garlic scapes.
Okay.
I mentioned before that garlic is very low maintenance. You plant it in October, you mulch it with leaves, take the leaves off in the spring for them to come up, then put it back on. And that's it, except for harvesting and cutting the scapes.
What is a scape?
It's the bloom stalk of the garlic bulb.
Let's see. Oh yeah.
And if the garlic is allowed to go to bloom, it's going to have a smaller bulb.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't know that.
if you were just doing this for the garlic, you would cut it way back here somewhere.
Okay.
But it's considered a delicacy, so we make a garlic pesto with it. So I only cut it about that far back and keep just the tender part.
All right, let's do it. So we're going to take all these inside and use a food processor, and we blend it with olive oil, and then we use ice cube trays and we freeze it in little cubes, and you'd be surprised how amazing this tastes in all kinds of dishes. I'll tell you for sure, we use it in spaghetti sauce. We use it to cook meats like chicken, pork.
I think it'd be really good in rice, but we haven't tried that yet.
Yeah, me too. Like if you just put one of the cubes in your rice cooker and cook it with rice, you could have a beautiful thing. We should try that. We'll try that right away, actually, if you like. Because I'm curious too how it would taste in rice. But mostly like sauces. If you're going to just saute meat. Soups. We've definitely used it in soups. Yep. Not only for flavor, but for the health benefits, because, I mean, I hate to say it, we're in the summer now, but in the wintertime, if you don't feel well, got a cold coming on, old school, everybody knows garlic is something that definitely helps. So usually I'll make a nice chicken soup with a ton of these garlic scape cubes in it, and be surprised how much better you feel. But anyway, let's go ahead and cut all this. You'll take note, these baskets, they're both vintage baskets, and this one right here with the wire in it, I thrifted this a couple episodes ago. Remember I said I was going to keep this one because it was so sturdy, it had the wire frame. So yeah.
And about 3 or 5 days after you do this, the next time you come out to your garden, have cutters with you because you missed one.
Yeah.
One was late coming up.
Right. They're not a different color, so they're kind of hard to see. You sort of just look for the curl. But we have 3 garlic beds to do. So this is the first one. And we've got 2 more garlic beds over there on the side. So we'll have enough to make a couple of trays, maybe 2 trays, maybe 1. We'll see.
You could always take more of the scape if you want to get more.
Yeah, beyond this curl. He's doing it right at the beginning of the curl.
Taking the tenderest part.
Right, because this right here is
beds.
right, because this right here is very thick. It's going to take a lot of grinding to get that to be.
But if this was all the garlic you had, cut it a little further back.
There you go.
It's your food.
Yep. Wow, I can really smell the garlic after you cutting it. All right, we take these in the house and let's process them. Made a little sheet dinner with some pork and some onions and stuff, but I'm really interested to see how this turned out. Oh wow. Wow, it really made it green. Yep. Cool. It smells amazing. Wow. Yeah, that's going to be garlic rice. Love it. That should be wonderful with this pork. I hope it is. I think it will be. Well, if you guys grow garlic, highly recommend harvesting your scapes and making little flavored cubes and making all kinds of tasty stuff with it.